Season 3 for Warzone 2 is just right around the corner. We're actually less than 3 weeks away. I'm actually pretty pumped here because let's be honest, Season 2 Reloaded for the DMZ was a bunch of doo-doo. It was awful. They didn't really add anything. They fixed a couple of things, but let's be honest, it was pretty bad. But in today's video, we do have a bunch of information from some data miners. Some really cool things are coming in Season 3 of DMZ, and I'm pretty pumped about them. I'm going to give my opinion. We only know bits and pieces, but looks like a trader is coming, which is huge. And like always, I do make a lot of content on YouTube, so if you enjoy this video, maybe sometime in the middle of it, you can pause the video, subscribe to the channel. It's free for you guys. It means the world to me. And even if you don't want to do that, don't worry, because you still get to hear my sweet, sweet Canadian voice there, eh, bud? The data miner actually says that this is a new boss getting added named the Scavenger. But he says it looks like it is going to be some sort of trade mechanic in raid because of the voice lines. You listen to the voice lines and you tell me what you think.
Let's see what you've got for me, May. I'll keep it. Nice find. Enjoy this. Now this is worth a trade. That trash ain't worth my time. This better be good. This'll do. Time for you to go. Trying to steal from me, eh? What do we have here? You die here. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't have come here. You trying to piss me off? You're gonna lose everything. You're mine now. You're starting to piss me off. Ah. Fresh loot. Don't waste my time with that shit. Drop something to trade, or leave. First I'll take your life, then I'll take your gear. Give me something or go. Gonna pick you clean. Good shit. Here you go. I'll take it. You can go. I'm taking everything you got. Leave. Now, let's see what you got.
Now it does sound like this boss or NPC is going to be somewhere in the world and you interact with them, but it also sounds like you're going to be fighting him maybe, right? So maybe, just maybe, this, boss character, Scavenger, his name's Scavenger right now, is like a boss on the map, on all 3 maps, and he is cool to everyone until he gets shot at. So if you have an itchy trigger finger, you kind of get screwed because he's going to come after you. And if you do kill him, you kill him for, well, everyone on the map and they might get pissed off. But maybe he drops something, who knows, good. But this leads me to what is he going to drop, right? So if you have watched my videos before, you probably know I complain about how much random items are just all over the world that really have no use except for these fetch quests. And I'm hoping that's what it's going to be used for now, right? It's going to be some sort of barter because he says what you got for me instead of how much money. He doesn't mention money at all in the voice lines, which leads me to believe it's going to be a bartering system, right? It's going to be like you get 10 jumper cables and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and you can get something cool from the Scavenger character. But then my thought process goes, okay, well, if I'm bartering for something, what am I bartering for? There's nothing really rare in this game. And then I think about the one thing everyone wants to find. That's keys. There's so many mission specific keys that don't have a hard spawn, which by the way, we need to talk about in another video. There needs to be hard spawns for keys. It just makes sense. But anyways, I think that he would be great to barter special keys for. So mission specific keys, and maybe they're adding something else to the game, right? Like we have heard rumors before, just to let you know, about this like dead drop that is a big balloon. So it's almost like you buy it and then you can get this like balloon dead drop that you can just toss something in and then it, goes to your stash. Okay, that would be cool. But like tier 3 armor is not really something that I would collect a bunch of stuff for because it's more easier to probably find. Tier 3 backpacks. But maybe they are going to be adding items that make him super unique. But the one thing that I would love for him to be selling, and the one thing I hear people complain about a lot, is trying to find specific keys. So I'm hoping that this new Scavenger boss / NPC really does add a lot to the game, especially for maybe some special items that they're going to be adding. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm just excited to see something new like this get added, right? Now, this next leak that's coming out is something that I think is going to benefit the game so much, and that has to do with actually the factions that we have currently. It's smart because right now, the only reason to do faction missions really is to get the 3rd gun slot unlocked or the 2nd gun slot unlocked. Other than that, there's not really an emphasis on why you're doing these missions. But I also think this has to tie into the mission refresh or the season refresh story that they were talking about last season. So if you remember correctly, from season 1 to season 2, they wiped progress on missions and just keys and stuff like that, right? And they said they didn't want to do that anymore. And here's a quote from their blog, right? It says here, "We do not intend to apply a mission refresh every season. Instead, we're excited to try a different approach for each season to continually improve the DMZ experience. More to come in the future." And to be honest, what I think they're talking about here is this new stuff that they're adding. So they're adding faction rep and trust system, a barter contracts allowing you to build reputation with each faction, faction buy station, which rewards vary on your reputation with the faction, and faction sites with faction ground soldiers, which will be hostile or friendly based on your reputation. Now, I'm not quite sure if our main missions that we have right now are going to matter for this faction rep, or only these new barter contracts that we're going to get matter. So we can't tell which one's which, but I can say this: it's adding something to DMZ, guys. This is going to add a layer to the game that we really do need, because the biggest thing we need in this game right now is a carrot at the end of the stick. Right now, all we have is insured weapon slots. That's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough at all. We need something else. And I know I'm going to go back to this over and over again, but these new faction buy station, which rewards vary on your reputation with the faction themselves, what items are going to be in it that we really care? So this leads me to think maybe regular buy stations are going to be super basic now. Like, that's my thought process. Maybe buy stations now are going to be weapon plates, ammo boxes, and, you know, maybe a couple of other things, but other than that, that's all you get. And then if you want, you know, the kill streaks, your tier 3 armor, your tier 2 armor, you have to go to these these faction rep buy stations, and that's where you're going to find the goodies. I'm not too sure. They're probably going to add, again, some more items to make that carrot at the end of the stick better. But as far as I can see, the only thing they can do is dumb down the basic buy stations and then make these faction ones just that much better. So the other rumors I want to talk about is the sandstorm. So there has been a little talk here or there that they are working on a sandstorm for Al Mazrah. Kind of makes sense when they're, you know, going to be not adding, I don't think, anything really crazy to Warzone 2. So a sandstorm would be a good new feature to add to season 3. Might change up the you know, just the gameplay a little bit, and it would be really cool for the DMZ. So yes, there is a chance for the sandstorm to come. Also, we know they've been working on a night cycle. How dope would it be to play a Sheikah Island or Al Mazrah at night? You know, that would be so cool. I just, one can dream, right? I'm gonna say we're probably gonna see whatever they're coming out with within a week and a half about, right? That's when they're gonna start really teasing stuff out. We might start seeing maybe like a blog on what they're thinking for the next season. Not everything, but just, you know, a little tidbit here or there. And guess what? I will be making videos on all that stuff. So if you want to stay up to date, or if you just like some fun highlight videos, I got both on this channel. So think about subscribing. It's free for you guys. It does mean the world to me. And again, thank you guys so much. And until next time, I'll talk to everyone later.